Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on my program. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from any part of the world, I thank you very much for your contributions on this channel. Please kindly subscribe if you have not subscribed, and also click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. In this channel, I bring information to your doorstep. I bring news from all channels, from every angle. Things that have to do about the world, things that have to do about Africa, more especially Nigeria. I bring it to your doorstep, some information that you ignore, some information that you cannot be able to come across. I look for them, I bring it to your doorstep for you to see. Every video you see on this channel is for educational purpose.
Because on earth, God will only do what he must do through men. In Sena Climes, the Minister of Transportation, for example, would have resigned after the train hijack that took place in Kaduna. But after 1 full month and the captives being held between Regina and Kaduna town, our Minister of Transport had bought form for 100 million to become Nigerian president. In a sound environment, the Minister of Education should have resigned because our universities have been closed down for 3 months plus, and no end in sight. But our own junior Minister of Education has bought form for 100 million to become president as a sign of promotion for a job well done. In the Senate line, the sitting Senate president should be impeached for approving loans and enslaving future generations of resources collected and unaccounted for. But our own Senate president has also bought a form for 100 million to move on. In the Senate line, the CBN governor, under whose regime the value of the naira plummeted from 150 naira to $1 to over 600 naira to $1, should have resigned because of incompetence. But himself too sponsored people behind and at the back door to buy him a form for 100 million naira to become Nigerian president. In the Senate line, the man who plundered Lagos, whose wife is a serving senator, whose son is being prepared to become a governor, whose daughter is in charge of all the markets in Lagos, who controls all the internally generated revenue of the entire state, the man who watched our young people during the NSAS massacre, simply asking for good governance, and then to end the police brutality, that man should have been cooling in EFCC custody. But the same person went to buy a form for 100 million and bribed delegates with over $5,000 each to become a leading candidate in a party. In the Senate climb, a man who was vice president for 8 years and head of the privatization and the commercialization of all public utilities, cornered all our common patrimony and sold off NEPA from bad to worse. A man whose principal, Obasanjo, said this. He said, a man that I know very well. And he said, it will be a sin against God and against man to let him rule over Nigeria. He too has also bought a form to become Nigeria's next president so that CBN would become his vote. And this man bought delegates with over $10,000 each. So easy for Nigerians to forget. So easy for Nigerians to become a senior. Right before their eyes, candidates of competence and character were presented, but delegates sold the future of their descendants for a morsel of bread. Amazingly, we're living in a nation that 11-year-olds are now tricking their girlfriends with whom they should be solving mathematics and geography lessons to dark corners for ritual sacrifices. Your kids cannot just go playing with friends now. You're not sure their head will return on their neck. People going for wedding end up being beheaded, and the government is helpless. But again and again, we understood by books the pending prophecies by Paul Elton and Lance Lambert that a day and a time is coming that Nigeria shall be known as the most corrupt nation, the most terrible nation to inhabit.
There are a lot of people who have been questioning, arguing over the issue of the running mate of the APC. You heard from the candidate there who says, I'm seeing surge. And these are generated criticism of your party and the candidate over the choice or who should be the candidate. And in fact, people are already making the insinuation whether a Muslim ticket will be fitting for the kind of situation that we are in this country right now.
Yes, good evening, Nigeria, good evening, viewers and everyone. Well, the choice of the vice presidential candidate of our party, lies with our candidate, the party, the stakeholders, and we're all consulted. But I assure you that we're going to come up with a candidate who will fit the bill, who will be acceptable to Nigerians. And I also assure you that by the time the name is out, everybody will believe and be convinced that, yes, we made the right choice. So just give us a little time. We're going to come out with it soon.
And the question is, I've heard a few people say that why is it difficult for your party to discover, or your candidate to identify a running mate if he's indeed prepared for this race?
Well, it is not difficult, but just the Nigerian complexities. You understand, so many people are talking about Muslim, Christian, and so on, forgetting the fact that no matter the diversity in this country, you need to also win an election before you could start doing things. So we are consulting. We are looking at Muslim ticket, yes, it's on the card. We're also looking at Muslim-Christian ticket. But to us, as a people, and as a party, and as our presidential candidate, look, let me put this question to whole Nigerians. Are the Muslims in this country today better off with President Buhari as president, or the other way around? So you look, see, it's not about religion. It's not about who you are or where you come from, but what the people will get. So if our party or our candidate comes up with a Muslim candidate, so be it. We're going to make sure we win the election. Simple, that's it. And if in the wisdom of our candidate, he brings a Christian candidate, we are also going to make sure we win the election. Because, as I said, it is not about the religion. It's not about where you come from, but competence. Because, look, when you go to the market, nobody will ask you whether you're a Muslim or you're a Christian. When armed robbers come to you, they don't ask where you come from. When kidnappers come to you, they don't ask where you come from. So let's look at ourselves as competent Nigerians. Whoever is competent, let's the party bring it out. And I assure you it's going to come out soonest. And whoever comes will work for the person and make sure we win.
People have been talking that it shouldn't happen that way. But the reality is the country today is being divided by religion, by ethnicity, and by region. There's no way you will say Tinubu will pick his president and the vice president from the south, because that is a question of region. So we expect that he will pick the vice president from the north and a Christian, because religion is one of the